the amount of talent that Goff can play with is scary. And that's kind of where I'm going with this. We had a visitor to Lions camp this week. Some people don't like him, but I'm a fan. I like John Gruden. I know he's done some weird things in his history, but to me, he's a football guy at heart, and he knows X's and O's better than anybody, and he knows what he's looking at. So when he came to camp this week, not only did he get into a little bit of everything, but what I took out of it more than anything was a take or a quote that he had about Jared Goff, comparing him to Joe Montana. So let me just read this real quick because I don't want to misquote this. This is John Gruden from Lions camp, if I can find it here. Of course, I just lose it when I need it. Here we go. I hate to throw comparisons out, but the number and the continuous movement that he plays with, he's always reminded me of Joe Montana from my days with the 49ers, comparing his timing, rhythm, and mental command. And he called Detroit as talented as anybody in the NFL. So let's start with the comparison. I'm not saying Jared Goff is Joe Montana. So I'm not crazy. Let's just say that right now. But do you see any sort of resemblance in the way Jared Goff plays the quarterback position versus how Joe Montana would play the quarterback position?
Gosh, man, going to get me in trouble here, Gruden.
We're going to get killed for that regardless. You think Jared Goff?
No. I mean, the thing is, I would say that the Lions resemble what Joe Montana had. Like, I would think that it's not as far of a stretch for me to say that Amon-Ra St. Brown is heading down a Jerry Rice type of path with him running a slow 40 and being the greatest wide receiver of all time. And so when you look at Roger Craig, who was like the first really receiving type of running back to go to Jahmyr Gibbs, Goff in that type of situation, I mean, he's accurate. I mean, and Joe Montana was really accurate. Goff is a lot cooler in the pocket than people give him credit for. And it isn't like he's not going to run, but he does the little moves. He knows where his protections are. You can slide up into the pocket and make throws like that. And so, yeah, Joe Montana, I mean, I wouldn't go to the Joe Montana thing, but I think that he has a Joe Montana type of situation.
That's a great. You like that? That's perfect. I think you're right. And I actually think that's what Gruden sort of meant in general, because he said with his time with the 49ers. So he knew, Bill Walsh and the system that they had back then. I mean, it was all filtered to make sure that the quarterback was his best. And it just so happened that Joe Montana was a Hall of Fame quarterback on top of it.